about it, but I am tired.
Yeah.
All right. Here, and it's also Saturday. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to We're the Batman. I'm Mike.
And this is Matthew.
We're doing something kind of fun. Kind of just a little, let's do something. We're talking toys. We're talking our favorite Batman collectibles because Matt and I both recently joined a Facebook group that's all about Batman collectibles, specifically 89 through 97.
Not movies. Stop
Not
talking
movies.
about movies.
We're not talking about the movies, the toys. Nobody gives a shit about your opinions on the movies in the group, just the toys. Yes, this is an inside joke. Don't worry about it. But like, these are the toys like I grew up collecting.
Yeah.
Whether through, because I'm born in 89, so they're in stores when I'm starting to collect toys. They're showing up in garage sales, and then these are new ones are rolling out as the movies are coming out. So like I had a ton of these, so many of these. So we're gonna just talk about some of our favorites from over the years. We've got some we can show on screen. I moved at the beginning of the year, so a lot of my shit's in boxes. So like I'll find what I can, put up pictures. Others will Google. But I'm sure some of you guys will know exactly what we're talking about with a few of these. Now, I'm going to start off and just say from a recency bias thing, and this is not great for those of you only listening to the audio. It's only great for YouTube people. But my little McFarlane 6 set that I got back here, plus one extra in the middle that I added because I had some space on the shelf that also came with the bat signal. I finally swapped out the bat signal face, by the way. I put in Keaton's. It had Bales, and I liked Bales, but Keaton shows up better on camera, at least right now. So, but I mean, like, it's recency because like I literally just got this thing a couple months ago, but like this is my first McFarlane purchase. Like I've never bought a McFarlane thing before, and this was a retail therapy purchase for celebrating the good year I've had. Well, let me rephrase that. The
fiscal good year you've had.
The progress I've made from bad to better this year. That was a celebratory, but like it's also just like if you love, like because I'm not usually a big, like I'm not a collectible guy, which is why this is like my first McFarlane purchase. But if I was gonna get one, I mean, come on, that's a pretty good one to get.
Yeah. No, I think the only thing I've bought from that line so far was I came across Pattinson's the Batman costume figure, and I bought it. And then, as you know, I bought the motorcycle, but they are not in reach right now because I'm going to send you the motorcycle.
Yeah, you are. He was like, "Do you want any of these toys?" I said, "No." I said, "Honestly, because Matt sent me a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning of the year for my birthday and Christmas, which I really appreciated. That I still haven't found a display place for yet, as I'm still figuring out like how the situation is here at Mom's." So I was like, "No, don't send me anything. Don't send me that. Don't send me that. What about Pattinson's motorcycle? Okay, you can send me that one."
Do that.
That one's fine. Vehicles, I'm never mad at. The actual figures, though, I've got a lot.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's funny because that's the only one I bought. I've wanted to buy.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy the Val Kilmer one, but they put him in the wrong suit, so I'm not buying that one.
Yeah. The 6-piece set that I have is a much better figure than the one you showed me. The one you showed me had
like
different
colors. Weird.
The coloring was weird. I don't know what happened between the two, or if this was made just specially for this one.
It's possible.
But yeah, this is his like
it's the sonar suit.
His sonar suit, but it just looks like the one from the movie as opposed to whatever that other figure was.
Yeah, because that was my thing. I like I think they refer to as the Panther suit, which is the suit he wears for most of the movie. Yeah. Until the Batcave gets destroyed, and then he has to wear the sonar suit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like, suits and Batcaves and stuff, I'll throw an actual picture of this up on screen, in the edit, but I'm going to share my screen here for you to see. This is one of my favorites I had growing up, and I begged my mom to get me this, and I think it was a Christmas gift. But the Batcave Command Center, man. Dude, I had this, and this was I did not have that Batmobile. I was using like Batman the Animated Series toys and figures on because this movie came out when I'm 4 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm like most people, I'm mixing and matching a lot of my Batman toys because who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and I took this thing everywhere. Like going to grandma's, cool, taking Batcave with me.
I'm
Didn't
going to
care.
disappear as you talk because I just realized I have something.
Oh no. Yeah, man. I that was such a cool, like, the fact that it came with, like, you could put the figure in there with the suit and do like a quick change thing. That it had the breakaway wall for the Batcave to go through. It was just such a cool, like it was such an ahead of its time toy. It really was. Like there had been variations of toys like this for things like Star Trek and all that over the years, but like this was one of the ones that like just nailed it.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny because I think you and I were talking on the phone thinking about like when I was a kid, there weren't really Batman figures. Like I'm through the 80s where like there's 100 cartoons coming out every week, and every cartoon that comes out has its own toy line.
Yeah.
So there wasn't necessarily a Batman toy line exactly.
And see,
So
I'm from the generation where we had this conversation earlier today off mic. We were recording something else about how there's a period in like the late 80s and into the 90s where it's like there are a million different Batman action figures. And I even remember being 5 years old and being like, can I just get Batman? Can
yeah,
I just get Batman? I
Batman
don't
looking
want
like Batman.
I don't want neon orange parachute Batman.
you
Had
know
that
what?
one, loved it.
You know
I
what?
don't want weird blue crystal armor Batman, whatever's happening with that figure. I don't want the weird. Remember when Spider-Man had that weird metallic checkered armor?
Hmm.
I don't want a Batman that has that and a satellite dish ray gun. Had all of these, loved them, can't recommend them enough. But every once in a while, you just want regular Batman. I had
Yeah,
the same problem with Batman Beyond, too. There was no regular Batman Beyond in the black suit figure. It was all something weird. And so like that, talk about a juxtaposition compared to what you're talking about. Like we really didn't have like a line of Batman where I'm like, we had entirely too many.
well, and thinking about too, like all I think about is that episode of Batman Brave and the Bold when Batmite is like, and this and this. You need to have the little sled that you lay down on, then
Yeah,
this outfit.
exactly. Yeah, it was so like I appreciate, like I'm never going to question their dedication to Sparkle Motion, but at the same time, like I just want Batman.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's some of these like nowadays it's different because they have so many. But it's like anytime there was a cartoon, you'd get the Batman toy line. You might get the main version of Batman, but then there'd be a billion others.
Yeah.
Um, so but yeah, it's kind of because I'm trying to decide if I want to get off mic and run over and grab this really cool Batman figure I have on a second.
Go do it. I'll talk about some other ones that I had as I pull up some figures. There were some great, I will say, like if there was ever a truly spectacular toy line, it was the one for the Batman the Animated Series. Like anything out of the Bruce Timm verse, all the Bruce Timm toys were just spectacular. The Bruce Timm toys, Matt, all the Bruce Timm
Yeah,
toys,
they had no
just
articulation, but they looked awesome and just like they
oh
did in the cartoon.
just I mean, like the Batmobiles, the fig like some of the best toys for Batman came out of the animated series. I mean, granted, that was also the golden age of making shows to sell toys, but they understood the assignment. I'm pulling up some pictures while I'm vamping. Matt, what did you run off camera for?
This is from the Batman from 2003. Look at how crisp that figure is, dude.
That's actually quite good. Yeah, that's a very good figure. That's
Now,
very good. I like
this
that you
is
can bend the elbows. You can move the
yep,
elbows.
well, on this arm you can. That's the only crappy thing is that this
Okay.
is built into his arm.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I mean, it's the thing he used in the show, so he just
Yeah.
looks cool. Cloth cape, But this is like you're saying, this is him. There's no special
It's
thing.
just Batman. Well,
Batman.
like all these McFarlane ones, I say as I take my microphone with me, um, are all, thank God I got the extendable microphone arm. Um, are all like, I mean, because they're the McFarlane ones. So these things articulate down to like their
Mhm.
abdominal muscles. But even like this one here that I have that's just from this, this is quite literally a toy line designed to sell toys. They just make stop motion videos on YouTube with these to sell toys, but they're cool designed figures. I like this Batman, like not so much like the muscle definition and all that, but from dropped his base, but just from a overall like suit design and all that. Um, it's a good design on the suit actually. I like the detail on the symbol. I like it's not overly complicated. And actually the smaller figure I have of this one that you gave me, which is up on that high shelf back there,
Yeah.
actually is even more posable than this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, even like the stuff like that's just a collectible line for kids, but they're still putting the effort in. Like yeah, it's a cheap toy for kids, but you can still like make it like play withable.
Well, and I think what happens, it's kind of funny when coming the late 90s into the 2000s, when they start shrinking the toy lines as far
Mhm.
as the stature of the figure so that you can do more with the vehicles. And they learned
Yeah,
that from GI Joe, because GI Joe, he's so articulated, you could put him in any vehicle, and you can, make vehicles smaller if he's small, or vehicles become actual usable because he's 3.5 inches tall.
because that was
So I
something the toy industry struggled with for a bit. Was like like they nailed it with Star Wars, but like Batmobile toys, they weren't always great.
Well, and sometimes too, like you think about pre-80s, like all of the action figures were big old, they were this size. They
Mhm.
were essentially dolls.
I had that exact same doll. I had that exact
Mhm.
same doll growing up,
Mhm.
dude.
And the reason I have this is, the funny story with this is, I had him and Darth Maul on a shelf in my office. And my daughter, when, my oldest, she was like 4 or 5 at the time. He would always end up missing. And then I would go into her room,
Yeah.
and Nightwing and Darth Maul were marrying her Barbies because she didn't have a boy Barbie. And one day I finally was like, "Why do you keep stealing?
Oh,
I don't have any boys." I'm like, "All right." And I took her to like Big Lots and bought her 2 Kens just to
we are
leave my
getting you
Barbies
again.
alone. Leave my Barbies alone. But yeah,
Well,
this
see,
is one of my favorites. The biggest problem I had was this is I love this one, and I could never find the Batman again in that time, that era. Because remember, this is when that show first was out, the early 90s. There was
yeah,
no Amazon, there was no eBay, there was none of that. So if it wasn't in the store, that was it. It was gone. You weren't
yeah.
finding it again. The web was not
Garage
quite.
sales, man.
Yeah.
I loved garage sale season. I would go with my mom and grandma, especially being here in the Midwest and up in Northeast Ohio. Like mom's like, hey, we're going garage sales this Saturday with grandma. I'm like, sweet. I'd save up my allowance. I knew I was gonna go find old, cool, Batman toys and shit that couldn't find anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
What are
found
some of
these
your other
pictures.
favorites?
I found these pictures in that Facebook group too. These guys doing exactly the same thing I did, which is like, yeah, it's the Batman Returns Batcave, but yeah, I'm putting that's exactly. I don't know which figure that is. I did not have that figure. I'm guessing that's a newer figure, although it looks older from the paint scheme. But like, yeah, I was doing exactly this. But I also love it's the most 90s shit ever. Here's the thing called the Batmobile, but every Batman anything that was sold had to have a bat logo plastered on it. It's like I
Mhm.
know it's the Batmobile. It looks like the Batmobile. I know it's the bat plane. It's shaped like the bat symbol.
Yeah.
You don't need to put it on each wing. I know what it is. Regardless, yeah, this is what I would do is you just mix and match your Batman toys, man. That's what you do.
In
Uh
case you're wondering, I keep looking down at this box of toys trying to figure out if I want to shift through it to
yeah,
find other Batman stuff, but I don't think, because it's not my favorite, I'm not going to do that.
yeah. So there was that one. I'm still trying to pull I'm trying to find some of these animated series figures because here we go. Here we go. Yeah, these are some of the ones that are really just like
Mhm.
yeah, it came with all the little doodads and here
I have the Nightwing from
There
that toy
we go.
line.
I did too, man. Yeah, I had this Batmobile. Remember, it had the little pop out thing in the
Yeah,
back, and then you could the whole thing was you would put the parachute Batman in there, and then he would I had that
yeah.
parachute Batman, and it was pain in the ass getting that parachute back into the backpack to where it would actually work right. But when it worked right, it worked like a charm.
No, I remember it was years after the show was gone. It's probably 2001, 2002, and eBay had just become a thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, I really need a Nightwing figure. I didn't have one besides this big one. And I found it on eBay and I was like, huh, that's cool. And I like put in a bid and then I had to go do something. And I told the girls there at the time, I was like, hey, will you watch this so I can get it? And she's like, sure. I go do something and I come back. She's like, hey, you won. And I was like, what do you mean I won? And she's like, well, I you said you wanted it, right? And I was like, huh? It was like a $6 figure. I think I paid $30 for it because she thought I wanted it. So she kept trying to outbid the other person.
Oh no.
And I was like, how much? What? And I was like, I didn't want it that bad. I just meant I wanted to buy.
Oh no.
Bless her heart.
Well, she technically did what you wanted her to do.
Yes. But it was like I was not prepared to spend 25,
There's
$30 on this action
a
figure.
lot of money. You know what I wish I unfortunately was too old for them by the time they started to come out, but a lot of like the utility belt sets and stuff,
Hmm.
I unfortunately was just too old, like I had grown to I was too big of a human being uh just in terms of my age. It's like they don't make these for humans my age, unfortunately, by the time those started coming out. So I didn't get to have fun with any of like the Bat gadget stuff per se. um didn't stop me from trying. I don't know about you, but like yeah, like I know you do cosplay and stuff, but
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of bat belts and utility belts. Um, I remember getting one specifically made so I could carry my cell phone in it, because that was the hardest thing with Batman is he has no pockets.
mhm.
And it's the secret now. Most of the time when a utility belt is on any cosplayer, 90% of those times those pockets are not usable.
Yeah.
And so I had to get the guy who made it to make it specific for my cell phone, and it was cool, but yeah, it just became more of a pain. And that was what I loved about Captain America. Captain America basically wearing cargo pants, so I can put my keys and my phone in the cargo pants and my wallet, so I don't have to worry about because yeah, those pockets on
Well, that's
the belt don't work either. So I'm
Well, that's why nowadays, like, if you can make if you're a cosplayer, like some of my favorite trends to see in cosplay are functional cosplays. So
yeah,
guys who make their own utility belts that have functioning pockets because they're like, yeah, I need my wallet.
yeah.
like, like if something happens, I need to be able to like, use money or call 911 or, you know, yeah, I have a peanut allergy. I need my EpiPen, like
Yeah.
something. He's a
I think I think what I ended up doing was sticking my keys and my wallet and my phone in my boots.
okay. That's
That was
smart.
the only place to put them because that one belt fell apart. I had to do another one. But then being Captain America made it a lot easier. But even then, like those utility belts are so small. Even if the pockets work, what are you going to put it in? On a credit card, a key.
Careful about putting a credit card in a Batman utility belt. That triggers a certain sect of people out there.
Yeah,
When
yeah. All right, here. You want to see another? I'm
yeah,
gonna.
show me
This
something. I'm still
all right.
scrolling through the group.
So I'm gonna send you something through Messenger.
Okay.
All right, this is probably one of my favorite Nightwing collectibles of all time. It's this statue. Says Nightwing.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
look at the link the thing I sent you on
I'm
Facebook.
pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. My internet's being slow right now because we're doing this. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's going up on screen.
Do it.
That's
Do it.
going up on screen. Yeah. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I'm
There
that
he,
nerdy. That
there he
nerdy.
is. Ah, you love to see it. You love to see it.
I do, man. It was when I did so many cool action shots in that costume, and then I remember the next day I
The
couldn't walk.
costume.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as flattering as the Captain America one, but it was fine.
Oh, that Captain America one's pretty good though.
Oh, the Captain America one's awesome.
Well, and then your wife's Wonder Woman costume is excellent. Anyway, yeah, Matt has a wife that wears a Wonder Woman costume, folks. Cut to Wayne and Garth. We're not worthy.
For real.
So
For
this is
real.
not my picture, but I do have this collectible.
Okay.
It's the Batarang replica.
Oh, nice.
I got this last year when I was still at the house and I was building the Batman shrine in my living room. It's packed away right now. I never even got it out of the box. But once I have a place for it, I plan to get it on a shelf
Yeah,
somewhere next to the boys, I'm sure. But
I have the
you've got the Batfleck one, don't you?
yes.
Oh, God, see, I want that. Oh, you know what? I
Oh,
have
wait, wait,
something.
wait.
I have
More
something on a
jealous.
shelf. I'm gonna go off camera for a sec.
More jealous.
Oh, I hate you. I really hate you now. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Am I vamping or
It took longer to find than I planned on.
it's okay. I was like, do I vamp? I don't think I'm gonna vamp. You can edit this out.
Um, so I had to go pull this off one of my basses, but I have a Batman bass strap, a guitar strap on one of my basses.
Oh, that is awesome, dude.
Yeah. You play, but I do not play music in front of other people. That is something for Mike when he is at home alone. That is just for me. And then somebody gave me these as when I moved from South Carolina back to Ohio. Somebody had these made for me as a going away present, and they are because I have a buddy who's into blacksmithing as a hobby. I have weird
Okay.
friends.
Yes.
He had these made for me.
Ooh.
These are actual
Oh, yes.
functional Batarang shurikens that have been sharpened.
I should have thought I have those. I have
Yeah,
something similar. I think I've showed them to you before. The full
yeah.
they're
These are
big ol'
or no, I'm sorry. These aren't the ones that he had made. The ones that he had made are in a set that I have packed away. These are the ones that a friend ordered for me from a site online. I'm sorry. The ones he made me are different. But
gotcha.
still, these are pretty. I
Those
mean,
are yeah.
these are still razor sharp. These are sharp as shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Those
I keep,
those will work.
yeah, I keep these in a case. What's cool is the case that they come in. Actually, you can wear it on a
Mhm.
belt, which is cool. There's two. There's another one, and there's two in here.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, three. There's three in here. Yeah, these are. I forget what company made these. I have the little like certificate of authenticity card that it came with.
Oh, nice.
But it's somewhere. I have to find it.
See, I'm trying to decide, do I take my laptop off here and just give you a tour of the shelves of my
I mean, Matt's
I will
office
give
is
you
pretty
that.
spectacular, but suffice to say, yeah. Um, I'm trying, but like I think about things like, do you remember the Robin Dragster
I think
from the
so, yeah.
90s? And it was like this Robin themed car, had like green like wings on the side, and then it would like lift up and go into like an all-terrain
Yeah.
mode. I was obsessed with that. Was like one of my favorite toys growing up.
Race played with them a lot. They've kind of pulled back a lot of what they used to do, but Imaginext, their
Hmm.
Batman and DC line of action figures and vehicles was insane. It was crazy. They had somebody watch Mad Max one day and decided to make vehicles.
Hmm.
Cyborg had a crazy car that had like a big mechanical arm. Two Face had this awesome Mad Max car. The Batmobiles they've made out of that series are insane. There is a lot of those that is just like, man, this stuff was incredible. And I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I remember there's one photo I took that was really crazy cool of that stuff, but I don't know if I have it somewhere now that I'm
Yeah.
scrolling through
I've been
Facebook like a
I've been
weirdo.
trying I've been scrolling through this group all the whole time trying to find somebody a couple of weeks ago posted pictures of all these old 90s and late 80s early 90s toy catalog pages of just the Batman toys. And I looked through it and I was like 5 years old again and I've been
Mhm.
scrolling trying to find that picture again. and I have
Mm.
not been able to find it for the life of me. I've been looking for it for days. I don't know if it was in a different group and I'm remembering wrong, or if the post got taken down for some reason, but there were toys on there that I forgot existed that suddenly I was like, oh my God, I had every single one of those.
Yeah, it's always
Every
weird when you go
last
back.
one. Yeah. Like I had those. I remember when the Batman figures, the capes had those weird, stupid plastic rings in the neck that would break after the second
Mhm.
time you remove the cape, and then the cape was useless.
Yeah, I just sent you another picture of Race with his collection of Imaginix. If you want to go through that, because it was so cool. But like the deep dive of the characters is insane for a child's toy line.
Yeah, let me make this big. I'll put this up on screen real quick. That is that is impressive. I mean, is that that is not. Oh, that's Lex Luthor. I thought it was Metamorpho for a sec. I was like, shut the front door. Um, Lex, Slade, Riddler, Grundy, Metallo, Bane. Is that Zod?
That's Zod.
Zod. Oh, that's not. I mean, that's Man Bat. That's I don't know what that is.
That's Black Manta without the mask on, and then Black Manta
Oh,
next to him with the mask on.
right there. Okay, that's Two Face. There's and Joker, Scarecrow, Captain Cold, Bizarro, Sinestro, Mister Freeze, Reverse Flash, Doomsday, Brainiac. Hal Jordan, Martian Manhunter, Flash, John Stewart, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Superman, Aquaman, Kilowog, Nightwing, Batman, the Squirrel, Green Lantern, Crypto, Plastic Man, Batgirl, Hawkman, and
It's
who's that?
Robin.
Is that Robin?
The weirdest thing about that
Robin
plastic
is
man,
Red Robin.
well, it might be a red Robin. There's different Robins. That plastic man is rubber. The rest of the line is plastic. He's rubber, so
Oh
you can
yeah,
squish him and do stuff with him.
because it's Plastic Man. Because
Yeah,
otherwise, what are we doing? It's like,
yeah.
yeah,
But then if you scroll all the way to the top, like look at this. Like it's freaking
that's oh my god, oh my god, that's just Kingdom Come Superman.
yeah, dude.
That's really good.
Somebody used to be serious sweaty who was in the toy design of Imaginext. It was
Yes.
insane the stuff
Holy
they would pull.
cow. Anybody listening to the audio version of this episode hates us right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You can put the picture on the group. Go to the group and we'll see
Yeah.
pictures of the
Guys,
Imaginext.
listen, we'll go to follow us on Instagram at WATB Pod or on Facebook if you aren't already. We'll put as many of these pictures up as we can for you to see.
Oh wait, here, let me show you this last one, Imaginext, because I
Yeah,
bought
please.
it. Did I buy this? I'm pretty sure I bought this. Because this is one of those ones where you're like, what the crap? How the heck?
How did this get past approval?
Just how deep of a
Oh,
cut, how deep of a cut.
okay. Let me see.
So it's just like insane.
Oh, wow. They went
Now zoom in
that's
on that thing below Green Lantern.
that's what I'm talking like that's
The Black Mercy.
oh my god.
And it
They
goes
did
on the figures.
that is I'm truly at a loss for words. I am David Medellin in this gift comment of okay, see now like wow. That's such a deep cut
Yeah.
for a children's toy.
Yeah. A thing that was in a single comic and has been in a single episode of a cartoon. They made the Black Mercy that you could put on any figure and put them through that torture. It is
And
it's,
also just to include Mongol as well.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
wow. I'm
Yeah. It's
impressed. I'm genuinely impressed with that. That is good for you, DC Super Friends toy line. Good for you. Good
yeah.
seriously.
It
Huh.
was crazy, man. I couldn't believe that was that somebody that again, like you have to have somebody that sweaty who knows
Yeah.
what to do. And it's just it's insane. It's insane.
Man, I know this is kind of a just a sort of a sandbox episode of just, I mean, truth be told, guys, full disclosure, we did this episode because we realized we missed a week in our planning, and we're like, oh shit, we need something for next Friday.
Yeah.
What's something we can do really easy? But because we've been in this Facebook group, we were like, no, I've been geeking out hard on Batman collectibles right now. Let's geek out for 30 minutes about Batman collectibles and stuff. And I mean, truly 89 to 97, baby. Like that is some S tier golden age of Batman collectibles, man. Not that we're not getting good stuff now. Again, McFarlane Toys, this 6-figure set, well done. But yeah, there's something about Batman that just like, I know, again, we make jokes about like making stuff to sell toys to kids and all that, but like fucking works, man.
Hey, look, one, I've got my piece de resistance.
Oh, you do?
I do. All right. Do you remember you know how they have Disney stores?
Yeah, I remember those.
They used to be Warner Brothers stores.
I remember.
And you could buy cool stuff there. I had a bunch of shirts there.
Yeah.
And somebody gifted me this. Oh gosh, I just thought, I don't know if I could pick it up for reasons we won't talk about right now.
Oh my God.
This sits in the kitchen of our office because my boss thought it was so cool. So I jokingly put it in the kitchen once, and he's like, no, that's where it stays. And it has been in the kitchen since I've been working here.
I want it. I want it so bad. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would take that to my office, because when you walk in the door to my office at work, the first thing you see is kind of like the back of my monitors. And that's so cool. I would have that be the first thing people see when they open the door into my office is just
I
that.
know. It's so
just so it can, because
cool.
it's one of those just we can be like if you're coming in here, this better be worth Batman's time.
Yeah. I've always had that somewhere in my office, even when before I moved here and got this job. In my other previous houses, I would always have that in my office because it's just such a cool thing.
Cool. Oh my God, that's so cool.
You have to take a screenshot and so the group can know what.
Yeah, you'll have to take a picture of that. And yeah, man, yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I know this is kind of a throwaway episode, but we really just wanted an excuse to talk about, to geek out about Batman toys, man. And so like we love to know what some of your favorites are, of course, like, down in the comment, like this is a perfect opportunity. If you're not following us on Facebook, go over facebook.com/WATB pod. There's the link to this episode. Drop pictures in the comments of your Facebook of your Facebook.
What are your
collectibles? Yeah, show us some of your favorites. Show us the ones you guys have got. Post them on Instagram and tag us at WATB pod as well. Yeah, we'd love to know, or let us know down in the comments. And if you on YouTube, if you're an audio listener, sorry, first of all.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's gonna happen when we try to be audio forward, but look, we're talking about comic books. It's a visual medium. But also just let us know on social media what your favorite collectibles are. Show us your displays. Do you have, I know I got to put my other figure back now, but like, do you have a dope display for your figures? What do you got going on? We'd love to see. So again, hit us up on social media at WATB pod. You can find me on social media at Mr. Mike Shea.
You can find me on Twitter at Mr. J Ninja.
That is going to do it for this episode of We Are the Batman. Make sure you guys tune in next week for our breakdown of Nightwing Year 1. And breakdown, our freak down. Yeah. Breakdown Nightwing Year 1 coming next week at the end of the month for our monthly Batman breakdown. That is going to do it for this week's episode of We Are the Batman. We will see you again next time. Same bad time, same bad podcast channel.
Bye-bye, freaks.